Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this week's edition of Tina Talks Finance. Back to school is our theme this month, and today we will explore some ways to raise money smart elementary age kids. Most of my clients think their 3-year-olds are too young to learn about money, but that is simply not true. The earlier you start, the better. I met with my friend Amy Lee last week from the Oklahoma Council for Economic Education, and she shared some great tips and resources about how to make your kid money smart at any age. Here are some ideas and resources she shared with me, and other ones I've learned along the way. First, take money out of budgeting at an early age. Budgeting isn't always money. Budgeting could be something like food. So, say if we eat all the cookies for lunch, then we won't have any for dinner tonight. If we eat all the spaghetti for dinner tonight, we won't have lunch tomorrow. So, things like that, because those are things that they enjoy and they want to enjoy them longer, but we have to save it if we're going to enjoy it at that time. Also, if your kid is too young to have actual money, consider making some home currency. So my friend Amy made this for her son. This is G Money. Her son's name starts with a G, and so on the bottom of that it says this note is legal tender for all debts in the home of mom and dad. So what they do is instead of giving them cash when they do their chores, they give them the G Money. She went to Vistaprint and printed them out. They look like business cards. It's just a printout of one of those. But she said the hardest part is not to give in to tantrums. So when they're on the floor because they want something that's $6 and they only have $4 then you have to let them have those tantrums, because if they get that out when they're 4, that's a lot more attractive than when they're 14 and the stakes are a little bit higher. So don't give into those tantrums. Don't let them have it now, but go home and say, okay, you need to pick up your toys, make your bed, and then we can go back next time and you'll have enough money to buy what you want. Also, make saving fun. Let them choose their bank. So maybe a treasure chest or a castle or something that they enjoy. And you might place a photo of the savings goal where they can see it. So maybe on the outside of the treasure chest, put a picture of the toy that they're saving for. And that way they can see their goals, and that gets them started thinking about what their goals are going to be later in life. Also, when we put our savings goals where we can see them, we're a lot more likely to accomplish those goals. And she used a creative way of guarding the treasure. Her son uses a dinosaur to guard his savings, but you could use any any stuffed animal, possibly a stormtrooper if you're like my nephews and love villains, or maybe a policeman, a firefighter, doctor, Avenger, Justice League hero. All heroes are equal, but that will guard their treasure and it'll make it a little bit more fun for them. And then we start to talk to them about how safe their money is when you put it into a savings account. Also, you can use your money as a teaching tool. You can teach them how to learn to count. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarters. And how much money is that? So you're teaching them the value of money, and you're also, as a collateral learning experience, teaching them how to add, subtract, maybe even multiply and divide. This can be done in a practical way that's fun for them before they even start school. Also, consider teaching them the banking system, which doesn't mean opening an account for a 4-year-old. What that means is if they borrow a quarter to put in the Salvation Army kettle when they're ringing the bells, then tell them, when we get home, you have to give me a quarter back because you used my quarter, and that wouldn't be fair if you kept my quarter. So it becomes a learning experience for them. Another way to teach your child about money is just plain talking about it. You can use that as a way to connect to your child, but you can also let them see how you make money decisions. So mommy needs to buy a new computer. I have this much money to spend on this computer. If I don't spend that much, then I have more money that I can use for something else. That's on their level. They get that. And let them help you comparison shop. So let's see if we can find the best price. Is there a deal on this? If mommy gets a deal, maybe she can buy some shoes. Okay, well, maybe that's just me. But in any right, you get to use that money somewhere else. Also, an allowance can be a budget helper. That probably sounds counterproductive, but it does help save the budget. We might experience fewer tantrums because we have put them in charge of their own money future. And they will start to ask if they can afford things instead of asking you to buy them. Because if they buy it themselves, they're more likely to take care of it, and they'll have that sense of pride and accomplishment when they've saved and bought what they were saving for. And it can help with development as well. We as adults tell kids what to do in every aspect of their life, when to go to bed, what to wear, all of those things. But this gives them a freedom to control their own financial future. It's not a foolproof plan, but you have a better chance if you give them a little bit of control that they'll take that control and run with it. And the last thing I'm going to talk about are asking friends and family to make donations to a 529 plan, which is a savings plan for post-secondary education, instead of buying toys for birthdays. Maybe one or two toys and the rest of the money could go toward their future. If kids grow up knowing that there's money saved for their future, they are more likely to pursue a post-secondary education or career training of some kind. 529 plans are similar to a 401k with two important exceptions. They must be used for education, and typically they're not payroll deducted, but you can set up an auto draft if you'd like from your checking or savings account. Now to some fun stuff. Here are a few resources and some information about fun money kits. So there's a financial fun pack that the OCEE, which is the Oklahoma Council for Economic Education, where my friend Amy Lee, she heads that effort, but they have kits to help you talk to your kids about money and some fun things that you can do to teach them the value of a dollar. Their website is econisok.org. That will be in the comments section, so feel free to look below to see if to follow that link. And there's also a National Council for Economic Education, and their website is econedlink.org, which will also be in the comments section. Any questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Tina Talks Finance. If you enjoyed this episode and want more, please search hashtag Tina Talks Finance to view previous recording. I hope you will join us next Thursday at 10 a.m. Central as we discuss how to raise a money smart team. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.